Hey everyone, welcome back to the Binding of D6 Dude. I'm gonna play as D6 Dude again. I enjoyed the last time I played as D6 Dude, so I think that I might enjoy playing as D6 Dude once again. It is perhaps a logical leap that after enjoying something once, I might enjoy it twice, but I think that that's a leap that I'm willing to chance. Alright, pick it up. I don't need to pick it up because it's not in any other pools, but D6 Dude, that is useful because that is piercing, or not piercing, spectral tears. Also, I don't very often get to see that without any other effects on my character, so it looks super weird. Just a thought. Just kind of, you know, a thing that I might put out there. So, that's not what I was hoping for at all. I think you're going to need to work on living up to the expectations set by the build-up pre-delivery. You know, the way I said so before that happened was really setting up for something far greater than what you delivered, but that's actually pretty good. I'm going to forget it immediately, but it is like super useful. You know, I don't think that there's like any way that this is gonna work out. Yeah, no, that's too difficult and too dangerous. But anyway, I can just like boom, and I can just like boom, and that is what that trinket does. It does boom, and that to me spells value. I think that you still get hit by the spikes in the curse room. That's not the curse room. God, I don't remember what any names of anything are. Is the stuff. That's the sacrifice room, though. So anyway, these wide tiers, they don't do anything other than the spectral and wideness. They're just, you know, useful guys. So I'm pretty okay with the way everything went here. I sadly can't get 2 tinted rocks, and I got 0 soul hearts. But there is one thing I can do without really taking much chance on losing the boss rush. Okay, I do have to drop it in order to do the thing. 1 cent, great, thanks. I will call you back if I need you for the part. Alright, so on to bigger and better things, or at least bigger and slightly different floors. Life should be good. So, problem here. I have no soul hearts, and that was, like, not cool. Like, it was probably avoidable, but it was super tight, and I made the correct movement, and it just didn't happen to work that time. So it was likely possible that that didn't have to hit me, but I was like not frame perfect in my timing or whatever, I don't know. No big deal. If only I had gotten this first. So Holy Mantle is once every room I can get hit, and it will not count. That includes for things that require me to get hit to activate, except the stopwatch, which is totally dumb. But that, you know, they had to give the stopwatch value for the Lost because it's so good and the Lost is just so bad. I think the Lost is fine, but like, anyway, mostly fine. I have my issues, but not with that. Anyway, they had to give it value for the Lost because everyone was too complaining about it, in particular, I guess. And such is life. But anyway, every other on-hit effect does not count if you get Holy Mantle hit. Only real hits. Of course, I wasn't going to re-roll that. Wow, you saw me. That was impressive. I am impressed. So being able to be hit once per room is like a lot. Like, that doesn't seem like maybe a ton. It's a ton. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. And of course, Ball Bandages is like tons of damage when you put it in the right hands, which I would say mine are. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave. That makes up a lot of time that I spent wasting doing nothing, memeing on the first floor or something. So that's good. I'm into that. We got the important things. We didn't get any keys or anything. That kind of sucks. We don't have any extra damage, and we didn't get the double room, but that was because I got hit early on the floor, and that's worth a lot. Even if I got hit there, it didn't matter. There was only one enemy. So here I do have to kind of care a little bit, but not too much. So I'm just going to play these guys correctly, and then it's not going to matter. I don't have any keys anyway. Oh, right, I have my trinket, so I can just walk on spikes. Doesn't matter. God, you jerk. So these guys are maybe my least favorite enemies in the entire game. Not really, but they're close. They are very high on my list of enemies that I hate. Not the chargers, but these guys. But Holy Mantle, when you are not the Lost, is all about using your one hit per room wisely. Use that, get some spiders. I'm gonna reroll that because I know that there's a battery within walking distance, and hopefully I get a passive and still have enough time to develop another reroll, which I should, because this floor will have 4 extra rooms because of Curse of the Lost, which still has its old effect in addition to being the old Curse of Darkness. So Holy Light, really good. Luck-based chance to fire, I don't have to dodge those. Anyway, luck-based chance to fire a glowing tear, summons a beam of light that does triple my damage and has a relatively large area of effect. So those tears are essentially worth 4 times as much as your regular tears. It's free to go in here. Yeah, 1 damage up and 0.2 speed up and a soul heart. Note that even though the chance is luck-based, even at max, infinite luck, it's capped out at 50% chance. So you can't get always Holy Light tears. But 50% is really good. And Holy Light is really good. Okay, yeah, I have a soul heart. So I was hoping not to get hit quite so early. That was close. That was close. Thanks, buddy. Remember, I don't fear spikes. Spikes! That's a dude from Borderlands 2, Murderlin. He's pretty great. Except one of his missions. Actually, all of his missions suck, but he's great. So it's fine. Tears up and shot speed up. Excellent. I already went to that devil room, so we out of here. Oh, not interested in what you're selling. Thank you, homie. So the tears up, big deal. My tears were not enough crying. I could not cry as much as I need to be. Crying is important. Sometimes everyone needs a good cry. And D6 dude right here, he needs a great cry. He needs like a life-changing, just super cathartic cry. Just lay it all out there. Alright. So this is a good foundation for good things that can happen very easily now. Oh, why you gotta miss the Holy Light tears? Please, D6 dude, why? Okay. No. These guys are nice and easy. They always get killed in one hit pretty much. You have to have some seriously, impressively low damage to not one-hit them. Battery, top right. Yes, purely top right. Secret room's right next to this room. Better check that out. Tempting. I'll keep him for later. And maybe I can get Super Bum. You never know. So I am going to just pick up the thing because it's right there. And also go in here because I can. What I do not want is either of these things, in all honesty. This is nice, so I'll buy it, but I don't actually want it that bad. It makes it so when I buy something from the shop, it's replaced with something of the same tier of shop things, I guess. So Keybum picks up keys, drops chests, which is great if you have lots of keys, but that ain't my life. And it'll be super great in the chest if I get lots of keys, but again, that ain't my life, so I really need to race him for all the keys at present. This also strikes me as a secret room, except it won't be because the dude there was like on the spawn, like on the door, and it won't spawn things on doors. So we're gonna get another reroll, which is excellent. Oops, it's fine, I have soul hearts for a reason. Oh wow, this is like no joke right here. There we go. So mostly I'm just trying to get like a feel for what's going on this floor. Another battery is going on this floor. That's what. This, god dang it. This is the worst. Alright, so that just means it's right. That means I could have saved like a million years by doing like different things. So remember, I can... No! I have to beat him to this. Flight and Eternal Heart is okay. Oh, thank you. That was a red chest. I don't need a key for that. Whoa, buddy. Calm down. So the only thing about this is now, instead of seeing the circle under me, I just have the glowing aura, and that's my holy mantle. That's it. Alright. Good enough. I'm gonna take my time on this. Let's see. This is Catacombs 2. I'll still be out around my 12-minute mark, which means I'm okay. Even if I get the second battery as well. So... but I feel very cozy like this. I'm still gonna get the second battery, because then I have a reroll ready immediately, and that's most excellent. By the way, farting baby sucks. It's fine though. So we'll get a health up next floor from the Eternal Heart, and we'll still be flying, which is great. I am gonna stay flying. So now my trinket is useless, but I did remember to use it every time. So that is a personal victory, and you can't take that away from me. Just so you know. Like, I don't know, it's not my problem. Okay, could you... Thank you. I was just waiting for that moment, right there. And that was all I needed. That, brought me into a better place in my mind. Didn't have the range. So that's what Farting Baby does. Gets hit by tears, which it's nice for, because it absorbs all tears perfectly. But then it lets out, like, utterly useless farts that are just utterly useless. That's their official title. It's like the Farting Baby. It lets out utterly useless farts. That's like TM, all cap, like first letter, all that stuff. It's a product. It's a proper name. So don't go stealing that. You'll probably get sued by someone or other. So this is Depths 1. Double Blighted Ovum. That kind of sucks. Okay, so I'm keeping my eye on the right stuff. That's how you want to play? Alright. So we've got 2 batteries. I will use this immediately. I will probably come back with the other one. That's some brutal stuff right there. I would like to find the item room, and I will find the item room, don't worry. See if it's here. It's not. The moon, that's useful. That'll get me away from the boss room, hopefully. Oh, you suck. Yeah, that's like practically best case scenario right there. I'm like super far from the boss. I get a bunch of money for my trouble. And I get an extra charge for my D6. D6 dude living the life right now. 2 of spades doubles my keys. I want to save that, but that is super great, useful, great. Great, useful, great is its own adjective, if you were wondering. You could not be like that. So it's free to fly in, but it's not free to fly out for curse rooms. No problem. Alright, and I will just take that because it's a significant range up, and that means I don't have to worry about the fact that I'm undershooting with some of the holy light tiers. So it has another effect, but it's useless, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I get hit, I track blood on the ground, but that blood is like nothing. It does basically no damage. It is not worth even dedicating the amount of time that I just dedicated to it. That is super nice. Sure. Oh. Oops. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this. It's a D6 and D20. But I gotta check this. Oh, you did it again. I'm not falling into this trap. I ain't got time for this. Okay, so this is health up and 0.3 damage up. Get me out of here. That was nice. That was nice. I'm into that. Curse of the Blind. You're the worst. I'm not into this. Like, who would do such a thing? Oh. Wow. All right. I'm into this. This is the good stuff. So sadly, those guys are a little invincible start of a room. Oops. It's my first hit since the, like, you know, first floor. No thanks. Excellent. You know. Whoops. I didn't ask for this. I didn't intentionally ask for this, at least. Oh, that was a bunch of money. Well, those monies did some fusion ha, and here we were. GB bug, not that great. I'm not gonna find a use for my 2 friggin' things here. I mean, I can check here for this. That's nice. Buy both of these. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, absolutely sure. This is fine. 2 of diamonds, don't care. Alright, so contract from below makes it so that when I get a drop from a room, I get 2 of it. Well, I get 1 extra of it. If I had 2 contracts from below, then I would get 3 of it. So it's just +1 to amount of things that a room drops. But they're the same thing. Except when I get a brown chest, then they can be different types of chests because brown chests count as unevaluated. This one. You monster. Betrayal's like my single least favorite item in the game, but it's kind of okay in this case because I have the holy mantle, which means that that hit won't count. So it's an on-hit effect, and when I take damage, it does a thing that charms all the other enemies in the room. And that's cool, except that it's not, because it has this really annoying animation. It's just gonna waste all of my life. Okay, time to stop getting hit Bye, you. So anyway, Death Touch gives me Piercing Tears, 1.5 damage up, 0.3 tears down, and the tear hitbox is larger. It's very nice. And of course I still have my Spectral Tears that also make my tears larger. So I hit with very tears. Whoa, buddy, that was like a lot farther than I thought you were throwing that. Also, I should pay a tiny bit of attention so that I stop getting hit, because I'd like to not die. That might be a strat that would be worth employing. But then again, what do I know? So I don't have a teleport or anything, which means that the D6 is the first choice and not the Dice Shard. And Dice Shard would be best to just kind of keep for a while, if I could. Oh, you can jump over. Whoops. I have mistakes. Hey, buddy. Okay, I would like to not get hit so much. I didn't even see that one. Alright, so I'm gonna die because I forgot how to play this game yesterday. Which is kind of unfortunate since I had to play today, not yesterday. So having forgotten everything just yesterday is, I mean, it's almost ironic, but I guess it's more coincidental. You never know with these things. And I guess that's the irony of the situation. Okay, that counted because that was not a boss that was left. Yeah. Okay, that was close to me being bad again. Because remember, I did forget how to play. That was... that was ridiculous is what that was. Okay, that wasn't ridiculous. I don't feel even slightly bad about that. Because that's the only reason that... like, it's your own mistake, but it's dumb. And you don't have to feel bad about it. Most of the time. Oh, hello. Hello, do that. There's another thing that can do that. And hopefully he just doesn't show up. Oh, I've made a huge grave error. Okay. Yeah, this is getting worse by the second. Okay. I need to kill this thing. Like, literally immediately. Okay. Problem is solved. Alright, everything's still fine. So I still have the Holy Mantle. It shouldn't matter too much that I'm getting wrecked right now. Like that should be fine. Okay. I thought you were dead. I was one hit away. I almost had my calculations correct. Okay, I'm just gonna kill the Duke of Dies right quick, and it's fine. Because that's more enemies that this thing can freaking laser and ruin my day with. Could you be dead? I just don't want this dude to laser and ruin my day any more than he has to. Okay, so pin or something. It's like, that's not how this works. 2 bosses spawn. No bosses leave. And this maybe is the last wave. If we lucky in this place. Ah, I guessed right. I know it's not guesswork. It's like it does a particular thing with its hands when it's gonna do the diagonal one and when it's gonna do the straight one. But I have since forgotten, as time is wont to do to a person. That's what happens when you get old. You forget things that you once knew. Alright. Let's try that again. Okay. It's another tier size up. And my tiers have a lot of knockback now, which is, you know, it goes both ways. Oh, that's not what I want. This is like the worst. Whoops. Whoops. Yep. I whoopsed. Oh, that was the worst. Okay, at least we're not experiencing this life again. I enjoyed not experiencing this life. Still keeping an eye out for rocks of the tinted persuasion. Thanks, baby. Is this just room 1? Sure, sure. Alright, this is an easy room. If I mess this up, you can actually fire me. Put it that way. I didn't mess it up though, so you're not allowed to fire me. That was the agreement you signed by watching this video. No takesies, backsies. So, second piece of my cluster of bandages allows the bandages to emit disgusting bandagey blobs that do damage and stuff. Like, I don't even want to think about what a bunch of bandages would spit out as a projectile that is analogous to a tear. Let's just not go there. Alright. Alright. Freaking kidding me. I thought, oh, this seems like a solid thing. What could go wrong? Turns out it was very liquid. It might have even been gaseous. But it's cool, it turned out fine. I would say liquid is more adequate. Correct. Inoffensive. And of course, you know, sorry if you're a liquid. That might have offended you. But I hope not, because liquids aren't supposed to be sentient. Secret room here. You tried. That jerk. I needed that. Alright, now would be the time for that. Yeah, lots of beams. Very death. Hey, look. Tinted persuasion. Thank you. I needed that, because... Did I get that? I don't even know anymore. Okay, okay. I get it. Think you're important. You ain't be. Alright, we found it. I would say that there would be a secret room there, but there can't be, because I already found the secret room. Well. So, it lives. I think I might be guaranteed me a devil room here. That would be most ideal. Alright, so I'm just gonna hide here, and no harm shall befall me until lasers happen, and then harm might befall me. But I'm prepared because I have Holy Mantle. So, I think no harm should befall me. Didn't even laser. Alright, excellent. Devil room. Wow, it didn't even give me Krampus this run. That's incredible. Yeah, so peace. That's 1 damage up and 3 black hearts. Like, aight. Cool. I'm into this. This is fair. So there is the possibility that I don't use the dice shard to reroll items in the chest, and instead I use it to like reroll some coin drops or something and acquire more chests. No thanks. Like, I haven't experienced this chest yet. And I forgot a few of the seeds in my hiatus. I know I used to know all of them, and that was like one of my calling cards. But believe it or not, I forgot, you know, probably 1 or 2 billion of them. You know, like I said, things that happen as we age. It's a tough life. Okay. Didn't really think there was going to be anything up there. Sometimes you just got a calling. I was fated to go to that room. It wasn't even up to me. I was like, hey, we should go right. And then I just didn't. It's fate, you know. Tempting, but I ain't got the keys for this right now. That is also fate. And that is a less humorous manifestation of that fate. Alright, so if I just chill here, further back, I should be pretty safe from angelic babies. I also should hit them as they spawn because my tears are like really big and probably hurt coming out of my eyes. Ooh, not quite. Guess that means that they don't hurt enough coming out of my eyes. No pain, no gain, you know. Okay, up here. Up high. Up high. Oh, wow. I guess right again. A wizard. Up high. Up high. That one I maybe could have gone down low. But, I mean, how many people like low fives compared to high fives? This is another up high. See, Isaac here is just telling me, as D6 dude, that we got a high five. Combine our powers. Become far greater than we already are. So, I want this, and I very want this. And then I want to I very, very want this. Yeah, so, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. So I have a chance to shoot tears that freeze enemies. My tears bounce off walls now, and they're giant, so, like, you know. Sadly, piercing does work with rubber cement now, so my tears don't bounce off of enemies, but they can still hit the same enemy multiple times, which is fine. This won't work at all, but my tears will look cooler, and that's what matters here. We're getting to the point where, at some point, aesthetics became more important than function, and I'm okay with that. And of course I'm shooting double tears because 2020. It's just standard stuff. Being great and whatnot. And then all secret rooms will open themselves for me. Just because they want to. They're like, hey, notice me. I'll be like, you know, I'll consider it. And then I don't. No, I'll notice them. Oh. Well, didn't think of that, did ya? I'll just keep shooting down. Down is good enough. Up is overrated. Which is in, like, stark contrast to what I was saying during the Isaac fight. That is purely because D6 Jude is actually a child and has not developed, like, object permanence and all that stuff. That's why these bosses and stuff keep coming back. Because it's like, oh, we killed them, but actually, you know, we can't see them. Maybe, you know. It's a confusing time in the world. I absolutely need that chance to shoot in all 4 directions. That's like, I don't even know how I can cry backwards, but it's one of those things that once you figure it out, your whole life is completely changed. I should not have picked those up. Just... Oh. Well, I did get hit. I was gonna say, somehow I didn't get hit. Now, you would be incorrect. I'm never gonna use this dice shard, am I? There's not even room with, like, 2 things in it. Boom. Wow, you suck. Whatever. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy! Wow. Proptosis is a scaling damage multiplier for my tiers based on how far they've gone. And, yeah. When my tiers are this big, it doesn't get small very fast. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So this is happening. Yeah, well, I already used the dice shard. That was like the optimal place for it too, so can't even complain. I'm like, oh, I got 2 drops. Well, you just used it on like 8. Shut up, nerd. Oops. Well. D12, is that the one that rerolls a room so I can do it again? No, rerolls rocks. Alright. Tells me right there. Right to my face. It's like, hey, I reroll rocks. And I'm like, oh, what do you do? And it just gives me this look like you're a moron. And I would say that you're correct. So, as we enter this final hurdle, it's more of like a curb, and like you just kind of, you kick it when you try to walk up it, and you're like, wow, how did I do that? Am I not looking where I'm walking? And then you just go over it and you're done. And that is the story of walking down the street. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening, and I will see you next time.